guys. Okay, so first I'm going to be using the pore filler. I like to use this because it smooths out like all your pores and stuff, and so it's not that noticeable when you have on foundation. So take a little bit of that. I like to, okay, this stuff is like kind of gross. Okay, so I like to focus it in, sorry, I'm just looking in my mirror right here, but so I like to just focus it like in the center of your face because that's where I get the most noticeable pores. That does act like a primer too, so when you put the foundation on top, it will stick right to it as well. And then, since I didn't put that all over my face, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer everywhere else that I didn't put the pore filler. Alright, and it's green. It's kind of weird looking, but it's okay. Green is the opposite color of red, so when you put it on, it should make all of your face the same shade, or at least that's what it says it will do. Now I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian, what's this even called? Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. My shade is in light neutral, and I'm going to use that with my little spongy dude here. It's not like the, what's it called? The like name brand, like Real Techniques one, the face sponge, or it's not the actual beauty blender, it's like an off-brand, but I still like it, it works the same. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my palm right here. I'm going to just start with like a little pea-sized amount at first. So I'm going to grab my little spongy dude, put that in there. This is just how I like to do it first. A lot of people do it in a lot of different ways. Whoa, this is super coverage, like it says. So then you just put that all over your face, and sometimes it does get in my hair, and since it's so light it will show up really easily, so just make sure not to get it in your hair, especially if it's super light. A lot of you ask how I cover up my acne so well, and honestly I don't really know. I've noticed that the sponge, using a sponge with it, helps a lot. Honestly, like a lot of people like to use brushes and sometimes their hands, but I don't like using brushes because of the brush strokes and stuff. You can still see like the bumps and stuff right here. And that's always going to be there. It's just texture. You can't really like change the texture, but you can change like the color of it, which is like what I care about most. And then I'm going to bring that foundation down to my neck just so it blends seamlessly from like your face to your neck. So next I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. This is in the shade NW15, and then again I'm just going to put a little amount on there, and then I'm going to put that under my eyes like this. And I do this to conceal dark circles and just to brighten up that area as well. This stuff actually acts like a primer as well. So you can put that on your eyes or on your eyelids, and it acts like a primer, so you don't need to use like an eyeshadow base. A lot of you ask like what is like my #1 thing that I do to cover up my acne, especially like the spots, because they are really noticeable, if you can see right here. And like I said before, it is texture and that's going to be there, but like if it still is red, if you're still noticing the red spots, I take another concealer, it doesn't matter which one. I like the Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I also like this one. I think this is called the Fit Me concealer. Yes, and this is in the shade 15 Fair. So then I use this and I put this all over the little spots, and I've noticed that this does help a lot with the color. And get it all up on these spots, just everywhere that you want a little more coverage. My chin's fine. I think my chin's okay. And then we're gonna leave it like this. I'm just kidding. Take your sponge, or whatever you want, brush, anything, and blend it out. The faces I make are like the weirdest things that I put on. When you use a sponge, you want to pat. If you drag, it's just going to take all of your makeup that you already have on and just smear it. So just make sure you're patting when you use a sponge or a beauty blender or anything like that. Especially with brushes too, because that will make like, that does leave extra brush marks. Sorry if you guys can hear my phone going off. I have on my vibrate, and I usually have it on silent, but I changed it to vibrate recently just so I can hear it, and it goes off all the time, so like sorry if you can hear it. One of my favorite under eye powders is the tone correcting powder by e.l.f. Mine is like, do you see that? Mine is like hitting pan, so I do need to get a new one soon. I know some people do use sponges for powder, but I don't like that. I like to use just a brush because I find that it's easier for me, and this is the e.l.f. small tapered brush. So I like to just pat that under my eyes just so I can stop the creasing as much as possible. I also like to powder on my eyes because my skin is super thin. So I like to powder on there as well. And the next thing that I like to use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I actually created this one online. So this isn't the one that you can actually buy in the stores. I created these shades because I have a lot of a paler skin tone, so the ones in stores were like really dark in my skin. So I just went online and I created this myself. But I do have the banana powder that they do sell in the stores in their contour kit. So this is like my favorite shade ever. I love the banana powder just because it's super brightening. So I like to put that in a little V formation right under my eyes. And it does brighten a lot, so that's good. And you also can use the banana powder to set your under eyes, but I find that like my other one works better for me, but you can totally do that with whatever powder you have, like the Anastasia, whatever. So after that, I like to do my brows. So the first thing I do, a lot of you have asked about doing my brows, so I just thought, ow, sorry, I have an itch. Oh my goodness. I think there's a hair on my skin. I don't want to mess up my makeup. Okay. A lot of you asked how I do my brows, so I just thought I'd put it in this video. So the first thing I do is I use the NYX. Is that showing up? Ah, there we go. The NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one is in taupe, and I actually don't use this for like the color. I only use it for the spoolie because I really like the spoolie on it. So I just brush out my brows. And then the next thing I use is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I use that in taupe as well. To apply this, I use a brush, and this is like my favorite brush ever for brows. It's the Liner Brow brush by It Cosmetics, and it's the number 217. So then I just get a good amount on there, and then I just start carving away. I zoomed you guys in a little closer so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. So I'm just going to take a little bit of product on the brush, and then I'm just going to start going like this. So if you're honestly not that good at doing brows or don't have a lot of confidence doing them, it's really easy to trick people into think you're really good at doing your brows. Like I do it really messy, if you didn't notice. And so I literally just slap them on, and then I clean them up with concealer at the end. Okay, and then after you do your brow, messily, perfectly, whatever, I just like to sculpt the edges. And you can use any concealer you want, just make sure it matches your skin tone so you can't like tell it's really obvious. And then I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk, just little dude that I have here. It is the number 110. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, get some on the edge like that, and then literally just sculpt them out. After I use the concealer to clean up the edges, you can tell that some of it like got concealed away. So then what I like to do is just go back in with the Dip Brow Pomade, get your brush, and then just fix where it looks sparse or needs filling in again. So then after you cleaned up your brows and you like them, then you're gonna go in with, or then I go in with a clear brow gel, and I use the one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So then you just take that. I like to do the front first. Take that and then brush it through so then your brows stay in place all day. Alright, then moving on, I'm gonna do eyeshadow next. I just ordered the Morphe, I don't know what palette it is, but it's like super colorful and I'm really excited to do like colorful looks with that, but it hasn't came in the mail yet, so I'm just gonna be doing, what should I do? What should I do? Actually, I have an idea. I am gonna be using, whoa, I am gonna be using this, but I'm also gonna be using the red eyeshadow that I got from NYX, and I posted a picture of it the other day. It's like that red eyeshadow look with the pink. I guess I haven't named it yet, but the red eyeshadow look is what we're going to be doing because I know a lot of you have asked to see it. The first thing I did for that was grabbed a brush, of course. Okay, so my camera stopped recording. Cool. So it's just a little paddle dude brush. It's by EcoTools. And then I'm going to be grabbing my NYX Primal colors in Hot Orange. I'm just going to be like packing this on to the brush. And then I'm just going to pack it onto my lid. And this eyeshadow does have a ton of fallout. So if you want, you can do your eyes first and then your foundation, but I didn't know what eyeshadow look I was doing today, so I did my foundation first. Another trick that you can always do if your eyeshadow isn't that pigmented, you can use the MAC Fix Plus. It has glycerin in it, so when you spray it onto your eyeshadows, it's really gonna like enhance the whatever eyeshadow you're using. So get a little bit of the Hot Orange Primal colors from NYX. Get it onto your brush, and then literally you're just gonna spray it. And then I noticed that it gets, like when I spray it, it gets some of it off, so then I'm just gonna pat it in here again. And then just pack it on. And I'm just putting that color all the way up to my crease and then stopping because we're gonna put another color above our crease to blend it out. Okay, so when I got done with that, with the other eye, I realized I got a ton of fallout on this side. So don't like stress when you get fallout because it's really easy to fix. So all you do is literally just take a fluffy brush and just wipe it away. So after that, I am gonna take another one of my favorite fluffy brushes. It's by It Cosmetics and it's number, number 10. So then I'm gonna go into my Z palette and I'm gonna use this color right here. I'm going to get some of that on my brush, you know, a decent amount, whatever you feel comfortable with, and then you're going to just start blending away. Just keep packing on the color, keep blending, keep packing, keep blending. Just do it until you feel comfortable with like the color that you get. Okay, so now that both eyes are done, I'm going to go back into the NYX, what is this called? Primal colors in Hot Orange again, and then I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line. Okay, so the next thing I do is that I put eyeliner on. My favorite is the Kat Von D, what is this even called? The Tattoo Liner in Trooper. Mine is almost out, so I always shake it before. I should get a new one soon. But you can use any eyeliner that you want. I just like this one because it's a pen and it like goes on super easily. Alright. So I'm going to do one line there. And then I fill it in. My favorite mascara to use is the L'Oreal Telescopic. I just like this one because the wand is super thin. I'm going to do this off screen because I think all of you know how to put on mascara. Okay, so now that I'm done with mascara, I'm going to finish my face. And since I'm super pale, I like to use the NYX it's a HD blush, but I use that as a bronzer, and it's in taupe. One of my favorite brushes to apply the bronzer on with is the Sonia Kashuk. It's just like an angled angled brush in number 113. So I'm just going to get a little bit of that on the little brush guy here, and then the key to applying bronzer is to start, get your hair out of the way first, start like in the middle of your ear right here. Start like that, start pretty lightly. And then just keep doing the same techniques over and over until it's blended and on your skin like you like. The last thing that I like to do is put on highlighter. You can use any highlighter that you want. I'm just really like this one. It's the Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. So I just like to take a little bit of that, like dust off the excess because it's super pigmented, and this is on the e.l.f. blush brush. So then just take that and lightly place that on the high temples, or high, I don't know what this is called. And then if you really, really like highlighter like I do, you can put it all over your face if you want. I put it down the bridge of my nose, and then I put it in the center of my forehead as well. And then the last thing I like to do after I'm done with my whole face and everything's done, I like to put on lipstick, lip gloss, liquid lipstick. This is the NYX Liquid Suede. These are new and I'm super excited about it, and this is in the shade Cherry Skies. So here's my final look. It's done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I also want to say thank you to everyone on Twitter and Instagram and other social medias for putting up with me not knowing how to do like anything. I'm glad I figured it out finally, and thanks everyone for helping me so much and understanding that this is my first YouTube video and I'm only going to get better from here and stuff. So thank you guys so much. I'll be posting another video soon, so I'll see you guys soon. Bye!